Hello to everyone watching. I'm sorry, this is not the best microphone. I have some new stuff coming in though, so don't worry about that. But I just wanted to make a quick little video here talking about, guess what, TA. So I play a lot of TA. I'm pretty much one of the biggest tryhards you can find for the hero. And I see a lot of theory crafting and people asking about how mechanics work on her and so on. It's understandable if you don't play tons of TA games. And one thing that people misunderstand about the Desolator and why it's so important is probably the reason I get asked to go other builds so often, but people don't understand how key this item is to your success. So I just wanted to make a quick video talking about a mechanic that people don't know or people don't think about that much. Anyway, the thing about Desolator is that when you purchase it, you increase your damage not just by your right click, but also by your meld. So this is a very key feature. And I will just go in-game here to show you a typical item progression. Would be Blink Dagger, into Desolator, into crit. Of course, you go for Bottle, could go Aquila, could skip it, and could go, of course, Face Boots or Treads. It's a preference thing. But again, going back to how it works, when you hit someone, the order of interactions as TA is that first of all, minus armor is applied. So if you have Meld going off, you have -8 armor there. If you have Desolator, -7 armor there. So with these two items together, you're putting your opponent at -15 of their current armor. That is massive. That's the first thing that happens when you Meld strike someone. After that, you have the Meld damage being taken into account as a separate instance of damage. 200 damage is being applied physically from Meld. That's going to display as 200 and something because you're reducing the enemy's armor by so much. They're most likely going to be at negative armor, taking more than 200 damage. After that is dealt, your physical right click comes in. This is also why you can't crit off the damage of Meld, for example, because it's not a right click damage per se. It's not a damage that can be multiplied. However, after having all your minus armor dealt from the Meld, your crit will look really impressive nonetheless because you put them at such a good position where you deal tons of damage to enemy. So that's why the Desolator is super key for TA, not just because your right click is increased. Yes, you have an impressive right click with refraction damage, but also because Meld is just as well increased. It is one of the reasons why I kind of want to go for Medallion lately, but Aquila is such a good and cost-effective item. It's very hard to motivate going for Medallion and Bottle instead of Aquila. I might theory craft, I might try it out a little bit, right? You can theory craft and say, oh, it should be really good, but Wraithband is a very good starting item. I always purchase it on TA almost exclusively, and it's just very hard for me to see how I'm gonna go for Medallion instead, but I might try it out in the future because Medallion gives you a very, very good minus armor as well. It's the -7 armor, it has the same cooldown as duration, and it has very long cast range, so you can even put it on the enemy before you blink in, for example. And that, along with Meld and Desolator, would be pretty sick. You put them at -22 armor. And onto the enemy supports, if you look over to the enemy team, for example, they will have 6 armor, 8 armor on a Storm, 7 armor on a Slark. Before he starts stealing, of course, when he steals some stacks, he gets very, very tanky indeed. Rubick, 2 armor, for example. That's a prime target in this game. And then spiritbreaker, he's a tanky hero. He also has a chainmail. So he's not very good of a target, but we still, even spiritbreaker, we put him at a negative armor right now if we were to jump him. So, as a bonus in the end of this clip, I'm just going to show you guys a team fight from FPL. Playing on our team is a mix, but we have Vanskor playing the Shaker.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This fight starts out pretty messy, and it's not really a type of fight that you can take as TA, especially when the Guardian Angel pops. You have to back out. That's why I'm trying to run away right now. But the fight kind of continues, and well, we get a pretty good chance when they keep chasing on Vanskor.
So still.
So I just wanted to show you that fight because partly it's a double kill Cyblade. I live for this shit. And partly because now we can go in and just look at what actually happened there. If you look over first to Omniknight, what happened to you? Omniknight hit by Cyblades for 641. He takes the flat damage that whoever I hit takes. That's how Cyblade works. It's not going to be reduced by Omniknight's armor or anything. So he has no chance of reducing the damage, he will just simply take it. I got pretty lucky and got a crit off, because the important thing is meld damage does not get Cybladed. This is the right click. As we go over to the target, we will see that as well. Going over to the target, which was Rubick that we jumped. He gets hit first of all by meld for 284 damage, putting him down to 333. And then he gets hit by the right click, which happened to be a crit in this case. Very lucky with the refractions up. And that's going to put 641 damage with armor reductions. Because the critical from Crystallis is just 175%. That's no 641. Armor reduction puts you up at a very high damage. And then it Cyblades on the full damage to anyone who's in the line. Let's just watch it one more time and then this clip is over. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this, you can follow me on WagaGaming on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and you can also find my stream, twitch.tv/WagaMamaTV. Thank you so much for watching, guys.
The truth is all around you, but it hides from the unworthy.
Monster kill!